Hi, honeys. Welcome to Books Cause Insomnia. My name is Michelle, and I'm here today to do a May TBR video, which I guess at this point is a little bit late, but that's me. I procrastinate. What can I say? I mean well. Part of why I was hesitant to do this video is I don't actually usually read everything I'm intending on reading each month. So it's almost like what I'm intending on reading in the month of May, as opposed to what I'm going to read in the month of May. But that's just how it goes. I will definitely be reading this book, Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty. I can tell you that because I already read it. I did do a book review of this book. If you want to see that video, I have a tag up here that you can click on if you want to see it. I'm reading 3 books right now. One of them I'm doing an audiobook through Scribd on. It's called The Project by Courtney Summers. I'm listening to this when I'm cleaning, cooking, doing the dishes, driving around, that kind of thing. A girl and her sister join an elusive community called the Unity Project after her parents pass away. And I'm not very far into it, but somehow the two of the sisters get separated. And so now, 6 years later, Lo, who's the main character, is trying to find her sister. And apparently, I'll just read this part to you here. As she uncovers more questions than answers at each turn, everything Lo thought she knew about herself, her sister, and the world is upended. One thing doesn't change, though, and that's what keeps her going. Bee needs her, and Lo will do anything to save her. So, we'll see. It's supposed to be a really good thriller. I'm also reading Peter Pan right now. I'm not very far into it. I started reading it, and I'm just not in the mood. Are you like that? I'm a mood reader. I can't help it. That's part of why I struggle with TBR lists, is if I'm not in the mood for something, I just can't read it. And I used to just wait until I was in the mood for the next book. But I have a booktube channel now. I have responsibilities. I can't just wait until I'm in the mood for that book. I'd probably wait a month and then read it, right? So I don't have time for that. So I'm trying to read it just here and there. But I'm just not quite in the Peter Pan frame of mind right now. What I am in the frame of mind for is thriller and horror right now. So the book that I'm reading is The Invited by Jennifer McMahon. And I am on page 128. And I'm pretty into it. I'm not sure where they're going with it. Obviously, I'll have a much better idea of what I think of it at the end of the month when I do my month-end wrap-up. But so far, I'm really liking it. This book, I got really into it by page 9, just to give you an idea of what I think of it. If I wasn't so tired each night, I probably would read even more, and I'd probably be further into it. But I just feel kind of exhausted right now. I don't know if you're feeling that way. It's like things are starting to open up, and like all of a sudden I'm expected to do things again. I'm expected to go places. I'm supposed to run errands and pay my bills and just all these like things. And I feel really overwhelmed with it. Do you feel like that? It's like too much. I kind of got used to my life being really slow. I got used to not seeing people and not doing things, and now I'm expected to have a life again, and it's like, what? I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, the next book that I plan on reading after I'm done with these 3, or one of the 3, really, I'll move on to the next book, is The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Now, this one is kind of fascinating. Okay, there's a booktuber. I'm not going to say her name because I don't know if she wants me to reveal it or not. I don't know how private she is. You know, I kind of want to respect boundaries and stuff. But I really love her channel. And I used to have book videos on my main channel before I switched it into 2 pages. And when I was still doing book videos on my main channel, she did a reading vlog of this book. And I wanted to read this book so bad. I threw it on my wish list. And it's got to be a couple months now that it's gone by. Well, she was saying in a video recently that her birthday's coming up at the end of May. And I said to her, no way, that's crazy. My birthday's 2 days after yours. And I never meet people that have a birthday on or near mine. It's very rare to meet Geminis born at the end of May. It just is. And she said, oh, cool, I'd love to send you a birthday gift. Can I get your wish list? And I'm like, oh, I don't even have that like public or anything. I hadn't even thought of letting people look at it. So I sent it to her, and then I said, and now I thought that I could send her a birthday gift as well. So I said, where's your wish list at? And she said, oh, no, I'm not giving you my wish list. I just wanted to send you a book as a birthday gift, which was so super sweet. I really wanted to send her a book in return, and hopefully someday I can return the favor. But the crazy part is the book that she picked out of my wish list was the book that she did the vlog on. Now, I'm assuming that she picked this book because she really liked it and she's thinking that I would like it too. But I just thought, it's kind of kismet, right? When someone recommends a book, you put it on your wish list, you in turn, a month or 2 later, start your own booktube channel and start watching their channel from your new page, comment on a video, they want to send you a book, and it turns out the one they pick is the one that they inspired being on your wish list to begin with. I just think that's kind of, it's got to be kismet. So, what this book is about is a girl named Nora who has had a life of misery and regret, it says. And she ends up at this library. I think it's, right? The Midnight Library. She has a chance to make things right. The books in the Midnight Library enable her to live as if she had done things differently. Each one contains a different life, a possible world in which she made different choices that played out in an infinite number of ways, affecting everyone she knew as well as many people she'd never met. Oh my gosh, right? Doesn't that sound amazing? Like, isn't that why you read books? I read books because of that very reason. I want to live different lives. And the thought of being able to relive my life in different scenarios and see how things would have played out or changed is very appealing to me. And so I'm super excited to read this book. I'm so excited that she sent this to me. And I'm definitely reading it this month. Since she sent it to me as a birthday gift, I want to read it before my birthday. So I'm just tickled pink that that's what she sent me. And then I've got a book of the month. It still hasn't arrived yet. I don't know what's going on here. The book of the month book that I chose for this month is The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. And I was waiting for it to show up to do this video, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it now because I'm tired of waiting. I'm not patient. Hannah has been married to Owen for 2 years. Owen had a daughter previously, Bailey, who's now 16 years old. One day, Owen just doesn't come home again. He sends a note to Hannah that just says, protect her. As Hannah hears the news, the owner of the company Owen has been working for has been arrested and charged with fraud. I think that sounds pretty good, pretty scintillating, pretty exciting. I'm also hoping to read The Push by Audrain. I keep hearing that this book is amazing, and I love reading books about family relationships. I like reading books about the mother-child relationship, about siblings, about grandparents and grandchildren, just family relationships, that whole family dynamic. I'm all about it. I love reading about it. And apparently this book is a thriller where I think a woman realizes after she has a baby that she thinks there's something wrong with the baby or something. I mean, I'll find out and I'll let you know, but apparently this is a must read, cannot put down book. So I should be able to squeeze it in, right? I guess we'll see. But that's not it. There's still more books I want to read. And this is where it becomes, okay, is she really going to read all of these? I don't know. We'll find out. I read a book by Charlaine Harris that I found at the Dollar Tree. It is over, where are you? Oh, here it is. Shakespeare's Christmas. And I thought this book was just divine. And I decided to make it one of my little goals in life to find all of the books in that series and read them. And I did find a chunk of them at my local used bookstore. And I'm hoping to read the first one in this series next. It's called Shakespeare's Landlord. And I'm not sure what it's about. It's just the first one in the series. And that alone is exciting to me. I love cozy mysteries. I really loved Charlaine Harris's adult take on cozy mysteries. I'm all about it. I will let you know at the end of this month what I thought of it, if I get to it, and hopefully I will. I don't think it'll take too long to read, though. It's 204 pages long. Oh, that's right. This is the one. Okay. I'm going to link this video, or this video at the end of what you're watching now. So I did a used bookstore book haul, and whoever had this book before, it says in the front, somebody put on a post-it note, a previous owner has blacked out some of the language in this book. And sure enough, yes, she has. Now, lucky for me, I have really good eyesight and I can see right through what she crossed out. But some of the stuff that she crossed out wasn't naughty, and I don't know why it was crossed out. Like, she even crossed out somebody calling someone an old fart. That's not really swearing, is it? I don't think it is. But then again, my brothers are hockey players and I grew up in a military town, so swearing just does not offend me the way it does some people. Anyway, so hopefully I'll get to read this. And then the other one that I'm hoping to read is A Crime in the Family by Sacha Batthyany, a World War II secret buried in silence. I think I got it at the Dollar Tree. A memoir of brutality, heroism, and personal discovery from Europe's dark heart, revealing one of the most extraordinary untold stories of World War II. I have to read this too. It sounds really good. Okay, just bear with me. Wait it out, because I'm telling you, this sounds pretty good. Okay, one night in March of 1945, on the Austrian-Hungarian border, a local countess hosted a party in her mansion where guests and local Nazi leaders mingled. The war was almost over, and the German aristocrats and SS officers dancing and drinking knew it was lost. Around midnight, some of the guests were asked to take care of 180 Jewish enslaved laborers at the train station. They made them strip naked and shot them all before returning to the bright lights of the party. What? I don't know. It was another one of the war's countless atrocities buried in secrecy for decades, until Sacha Batthyany started investigating what happened that night at the party that his great aunt hosted. This is the author's memoir of confronting his family's past, the questions he raised, and the answers he found that took him far beyond his great aunt's party, through the dark past of Nazi Germany, to the gulags of Siberia, the bleak streets of Cold War Budapest, and to Argentina, where he finds an Auschwitz survivor whose past intersects with his family's. It is the story of executioners and victims, villains and heroes. This sounds like it's going to be really hard to read. But it is a part of history, and I think it's important to learn about history and understand it. But I know it's going to be really hard for me to read. That one is on my list. Oh, shoot, I still have two more. Okay. Daisy Jones and the Six. Y'all probably already know what this book is about. I think everybody does. I just haven't read it yet. And Taylor Jenkins Reid has a book called Malibu Rising coming out this summer that I really want to read. And I thought I should read at least one of her other books before that one comes out, right? Right? Yeah. Hi, Marty. My cat Marty's here. Hi, baby. He loves being in videos, and even though you can't see him, see, he doesn't know that. And then when I pick him up, he gets all disgruntled that I've picked him up. He finds it embarrassing. I guess I'm embarrassing to him, which that's okay. I think most kids are embarrassed by their parents, right? And then the other one that I want to read is Heather, the Totality by Matthew Weiner. This is by the author that wrote Mad Men, about two parents and their daughter Heather. And that's really all I know about the book. And it's supposed to be a thriller. So once again, parent-child relationships. But we'll see. Marty, stop it. He's like going back and forth. Well, you probably see his tail, right? He wants me to stop filming and pay attention to him. Well, that's a good idea. Yeah, we could go hang out, watch something together. Okay, well, that is it for my May TBR. Please let me know if you've read any of these books. I want to know what you thought of them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Don't scratch my carpet. I love you. Bye.